fucking... I just perked right up when you said that.
Now, here's where they really got me interested. Live music by the New 40, CeCe and the Riders, Shelley, Bill, and Dill. I've never heard of them. But now we're getting to the stuff that I know. The Panoramic View, the Teledynes, and the Copacetics. Yeah. So, I mean, how can you go bad with that? I mean, live music, free to get in, couple of cocktails, get a lobster roll. I mean, that's a good afternoon for anybody.
Yeah.
It will be rain or shine on that one. That's October 14th and 15th. There's a bird sanctuary harvest fair, September. Oh, it's already passed. Never mind.
Get in your DeLorean if you want to go to that one.
It's today. So by the time, we're ending at 5. They ended at 5. So I can tell you about what happened in the past. And now the other one, which near and dear to my heart because I grew up in the area. The Columbus Day Weekend Festival on Atwells Avenue on Federal Hill in Providence, October 7th to the 9th, which, if those of you who don't know, October 7th is a day in infamy. It was my birthday. So this is also my way of hinting I will not be here next week because it's going to be definitely a great day for me to go out, catch up with some friends that I haven't seen in years at this point. The food there is going to be amazing. Now, this is a 3-day festival, again, free to get in. Live music on 3 different stages in the heart of basically Providence's Little Italy.
And just very walkable, the whole thing.
It is very level.
Drop the car somewhere and, you're good.
Yeah, take an Uber in. And, But now, they have the 3 stages, live music, including the Driftwoods, Ronnie Sands, Ambrosiani, Steve Anthony, Reminisce, Timeless, Roger Cerisi, we'll go with that, Roger Cerisi's All-Stars, Alter Keta, Downstairs Band, Vinnie Lotto, DJ Eddie the Fixer, Legacy Band, and Tribeca. Now, there will be the Columbus Day Parade Sunday at 11 a.m. It's going to go right down Atwells Avenue. Now, they close off a good half mile of Atwells Avenue. This is definitely one of the bigger events in the area. The attendance is amazing, and the vendors there, the food, the sausage and peppers. I mean, I'm stuttering here because I've got all these floods of images, the Doughboys. There's a stand that's going to be selling veal and peppers.
Oh, yeah.
All the different kinds of Italian sausages, all the different pastas, plus the restaurants are open.
Yeah.
Now, if you have never been to Atwells Avenue, it is about a mile long, and every building has some type of a restaurant in it.
Yeah.
Mostly Italian, but they have everything from an oyster bar, a steakhouse. I mean, you can't go wrong. This is definitely a must-do. If you're in Rhode Island this weekend at all and you don't go, you've missed out.
And if you get there and there's a little bit of a line to get in that restaurant, keep walking. There's 1-2 doors down.
Exactly. And I'm one of the few people that can honestly say I've eaten my way up and down this road several times. I mean, for 45 years, I've been in Providence eating my way around Providence. And it's usually revolved around Atwells Avenue because that's where a lot of the better restaurants were while I was growing up. And I've eaten in every one of those restaurants, and they're all good. That's like unheard of. A mile-long stretch, 40 restaurants, all good. The last one I'm going to bring up to you is the Autumn Tour Weekend at the Kenyon Grist Mill. $15 per hour per person to rent kayaks, to kayak along the river over there. The grist mill and Johnny Cake demonstrations will be going on. Sample the Johnny Cakes coffee, clam cakes and chowder. Free admission, free parking.
And if you're a history nerd, that is either one of the or the longest running continuous businesses in Rhode Island.
So that's the little summary of the December fairs and festivals in the state of Rhode Island, which really, with the exception of the bird sanctuary, because I mean, I'm not a bird watcher. I don't really know what I'd do, but I would actually lay odds that if I went, and by the way, it's only $6 to get in. If I went, I would probably find lots of cool stuff to do.
Do they have food there?
Yes, at the bird sanctuary there is. Let's see. They have a monkey bridge, mud pit, midway games, children's craft tents, crafters, artisans selling their work. Food and beer vendors offer appetizing selections and live music out of the festive atmosphere.
See, to me, and this is just how my mind works, there's something so twisted about eating chicken wings at a bird sanctuary. Make eye contact with the bird as you're eating it.
Well, it's no different than when you're at SeaWorld and you're at the seafood restaurant, which literally one or two walls of this restaurant look into an aquarium.
That's messed up.
There's something sadistically satisfying with that.
This is your cousin.
Why don't we take a break here because I can feel something going awry quickly. This actually was something that I can identify with because this is what I did yesterday. This is the McGunks working on another hangover. You can't write segues like this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a minute.
Working on another hangover. Find myself getting lower and lower. Making my way up to the bottom of the barrel again. Left hand nose with a right hand spin. Same old story, wearing thinner.
right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Drunk Rob and the Shots. Name of that song was Fat Girls Need Love Too. Before that, the Magunks, Working on Another Hangover.
Which, by the way, we're working on hopefully getting in studio over the next few weeks. So always
Another
a good time
hangover
when those guys come
or
by.
the Magunks? Yeah, actually, I was here last time they were here.
Yeah, I think they did both shows last time. Yeah,
yeah, that was nice guys. And unfortunately or unfortunately,
they help us empty out that fridge.
Oh yeah. Fortunately or unfortunately, if you guys ever heard the conversations that go on behind the scenes, I think this is the only reason why we don't do like a Facebook Live while we're recording, because I mean I forget that the mics are on at some point.
Be an angry mob outside.
Well, speaking of Drunk Rob and the Shots, there are two places I really need to talk about, because this is the time of year when you really should go. I mean, the first one I'm going to talk about is Greenwich Cove Meadery. You should go there all the time. We
need to go there. We got some empties.
I mean, we're hiding empties on windowsills.
It's like message in a bottle over here.
We actually have empties on the windowsills here in the studio. We need to get back there to refill all of these empties. Again, this is Greenwich Cove Meadery in Coventry, Rhode Island. Now, Rob, the owner, is a good friend of ours. He always takes care of us. And when you go down there, he is a very eccentric, very outspoken person, really nice guy to talk to, very knowledgeable about his
he
product.
knows his craft. Yeah.
I mean, he can tell you down to what farm he gets the grapes from for his piment, which is the Cristofaro's piment made with grapes, with wine grapes and honey. Now, these are just a few of his obsessions. He has a list of different meads that he makes. Now, you have the Golden Good, which is basically whole oranges, cinnamon sticks with the honey base. Comes out about 11 to 13. Most of them come out to about 11 to 13% alcohol, which it's pretty good. I mean, it's enough to get you off, enough to get your mind hazy. But now with the Golden Good, you're going to notice floral notes, wildflowers, which pretty much everyone tells you that about wine. I never really tasted a wildflower before. But it is a very good flavor. Definitely one very seasonal for this time of year with the orange and the cinnamon. Like I mentioned before, the Cristofaro's piment, which is honey base with wine grapes. Now I'm reading this as I'm telling you, so if I stumble across my words a little, I will apologize. Strong honey sweetness mixed with floral and finishes of a slight grape pucker. Now this one goes up to about 14% alcohol because of the added sugar from the grapes. One that we both have enjoyed, Golden Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Golden Ghost is infused with ghost chili peppers. The normal sweet cinnamon orange flavor is there, but with a blast, and it's really just a blast of heat. It's there, then it's gone. It's really good. Again, 12 to 14% alcohol on that one. You have the Berry Bliss, which raspberries, honey raspberry and pineapple wine is made with locally sourced raspberries. It's a semi-sweet. It's not too sweet. It does go a little bit longer in the fermentation process, so you have that little bit of a bitterness to it. It's really nice. Again, wildflowers and whatever else, which I would imagine you would be getting that from the honey itself and not from the raspberries, obviously. Now, again, another seasonal one that's really good for this time of year, which would be the Autumn Sizer. This one is made with locally sourced honey. Everything is locally sourced honey, but very robust raw apple flavor and strong cinnamon undertones in this one. This one is also nicknamed the Apple Pie Mead. Now, speaking of apple pie, they have Granny Smith's Deception. Now, Granny Smith Deception has no apple in it. He does a different fermentation on it. So instead of a normal warm fermentation, he does a lactic or a cold fermentation, which produces the Granny Smith flavor in it. but there is no Granny Smith.
Yeah.
That's the deception. He's got a bourbon barrel-aged Golden Good. He's got one called Thor's Wife, which is a peach flavor to it, a sour peach. It's a good blend of sweet and sour. And again, this one's 12 to 13% alcohol. If you ever go down there, definitely talk to Rob. He will definitely point you in the right direction of something that you will like, because it's not a matter of if you'll like something, it's which one will you like.
Or like us, you'll like all of them.
Pretty much. Actually, the only one I'm really not a fan of is the bourbon barrel, because it's got too much of, well, for me anyways, it's got too much of that oaky flavor and not enough of the mead. The other place I got to point out to you, it's a place I make probably my last motorcycle ride of the year to this place. I fill up my saddlebags with cider, hard cider. B.F. Clyde's Cider Mill. Now, this is out of Rhode Island, which the first thing I've talked about outside of Rhode Island this show. They are down in Mystic, Connecticut area. I'm trying to find the address on it. But they're only open September till December. They have a 4-month season. The rest of the time they have off. Now, this is the oldest steam-powered cider mill in the United States. They established in 1881.
Damn.
So there is some hang time with this place. Now, when you go there, they have several different varieties that you can try of their hard ciders, and they do 2 different versions. They have the bottled in a glass bottle, like a wine bottle, where it's been pasteurized and it's been clarified, so it's a clear, looks like a white wine, a very nice presentation. Or you can do what I do, and you go around the back side of the mill, where it feels like pre-prohibition or prohibition era type stuff, because you go to a door.
Need a secret handshake to get in.
Well, it's only a half a door, and they have all the different varieties they have available that day on the door. So try this, try that. You have a few tries, and you pick out what you like. And they have several. I'm going to go with about 7 or 8 different ciders that they offer in. As I'm poking through that, the noise in the background is a video they have up. They have about 7 or 8 different varieties of cider. Plus, they also have cider flavored apple cider donuts.
I could eat a bag of those donuts. Surprisingly, non-surprisingly for any of your regular listeners, but yeah, you can't. They're like Pringles. You can't have just one.
Yeah, no. Then they have the candy apples, Indian corn. They got breads, gourds, pumpkins, apple pies. Pretty much everything fall-ish, fall-esque falls into their sweet spot. They're open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. September to October. November and December, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, I just noticed we are so out of time right now. We're going to leave here with a band that played last night. I've known since high school. The name of the band is Kilgore. The name of the song is Time Enough at Last. I'll see you next week, everybody.